Today's video is a very important video. How to exfoliate correctly. Now, exfoliation can make or break your skin. It has led to a lot of skin trauma or no results because you're doing it incorrectly. Now, because I am an esthetician and I've been a skincare advocate since 2019, I understand how skincare ingredients work, and I can tell you which one will have the best impact to your skin, which you should be using, which you shouldn't be using. And at the end of this video, I'm going to put some product recommendations in the description box. But first, I want you to understand the which, the what, and how skincare exfoliants work and who should be using which. The benefits of exfoliating correctly is improved skin texture, even skin complexion, and younger and glowing skin. Now, there are three things that should be your goal for exfoliation. One is to remove dead skin cells off the surface of your skin. This is what everybody wants. Two is to ensure that you do things safely without causing trauma to your skin. Three is that you're choosing the right exfoliant for your skin so you are not damaging your skin's health. Now, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Tawa. I am an esthetician and I've been a skincare advocate since 2019. I understand skincare products, skincare ingredients, and I share skincare tips and product recommendations to safely help you achieve and maintain healthy, glowing, and youthful skin. So if this sounds interesting to you, please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, and share this video with someone who can benefit from it. Now, let's get right into it. There are three types of exfoliation: the manual or physical exfoliant. These are your scrubs, which is also a product that contains grains, sugar, your sonic brushes, your sponges. These are all manual and physical exfoliation. They are the oldest form of exfoliation. This is not my favorite form of exfoliation because of the risk of micro tears. This is probably best for body, and I did a video on body care exfoliation and body care routine for brighter and glowing radiant skin, so check that out. The second form of exfoliation is the mechanical form of exfoliation. This is a form of exfoliation that is usually done using a device like the microdermabrasion. It is best done in the treatment room by a professional. It is done by a professional that has great experience in mechanically removing dead skin cells off the surface of your skin. This is a mechanical way to actually exfoliate the skin. It's a forceful way to slough off dead skin cells. If you're going to be doing this, you need to make sure you're going to someone with a lot of experience, especially for us skin of color. We don't want to go to someone who is just going to scar and cause trauma to our skin, because we heal from trauma differently compared to people with Caucasian skin. So if you're going to get a mechanical form of exfoliation, aka microdermabrasion, make sure you're going to someone who has high amount of expertise and good experience doing that procedure on a darker skin. And lastly, we have the chemical exfoliation. This is the best and safest form of exfoliation in my professional opinion, provided it is done correctly. It is the best and safest because you can measure it in terms of percentage. You can also neutralize it. There's so many ways in which you can control this, and that's why I think it's the best and safest form. Chemical exfoliants come in different forms. We have the AHAs, which is the alpha hydroxy acid. That's your glycolic acid, your mandelic acid, your lactic acid, basically. We also have the BHA, which is your beta hydroxy acid. That is your salicylic acid. We have the PHA, which is fairly new. That is your polyhydroxy acid. Now, I'm going to break down what this does and who should use which, but we also have the enzyme exfoliants. The enzyme exfoliants work by eating up dead skin cells off the surface of your skin. That is also a safe form of exfoliating. However, the formula does matters. When formulated correctly with a combination of other ingredients, they can be more beneficial than the other. So I'm going to put a recommendation for enzyme exfoliant in the description box. They're not my favorite form of exfoliant because depending on the formulation, you may get great results or not from using enzyme exfoliant. But let's get into the full chemical exfoliants, the AHAs, BHAs, and the PHAs. These acids work the same way. They dissolve the bonds between the dead skin cells and the new baby skin cells, which allows the dead skin cells to be washed off. Now, this helps to reveal a glowing and glass skin, which is what we all want to do. Although these acids work the same way, they are different in molecular size, and they actually differ in the activity levels, which determines how deep and how fast they penetrate the skin, and this also determines how damaging they can be for the skin. Now let's start with the BHA. The BHA is a fat-soluble exfoliant, which means it works in your pores, so it dissolves the excess sebaceous filament, which is what makes your pores look clogged or makes your pores look larger. The sebaceous filament is the white stuff, which is the oil your skin produces to nurture your skin, but when you have too much, your skin is excessively oily. When it's exposed to oxygen, it looks black, hence you get the blackhead. Now, this doesn't mean that you should be using the BHA every single day, depending on how oily your skin is or how much acne you're dealing with and how often you get your acne. I would say if you have a 1% BHA wash, you can use it every day. Paula Strice has one, but if you want to use the 2% BHA, you shouldn't be using this every single day. You can use that between 1 to 3 times in a week, but if you have it in a face wash, then you can use it every single day. That's all you need to know with BHA. Now, if you have acne prone skin, oily skin, but you're also dealing with texture, then you can get a BHA with a blend of AHA. Let's get into the AHA section. AHAs are in 3 classic forms. Glycolic acid is the tiniest form of AHA. It is the fastest to penetrate the skin, and it should be used in specific percentages and formula to make sure you benefit from it without the risk of burn or hot spots. Now, for me, I would recommend a glycolic acid in a wash-off form, like a mask or a cleanser. But I really don't like to use it in leave-on forms, especially in percentages higher than 5%. Now, in the treatment room as an esthetician, I use glycolic acid a lot because I can keep an eye on it and know when to neutralize it and monitor how this travels into the skin. I can look out for hot spots and really know exactly how that product with glycolic acid is reacting with the skin. Another form of AHA is lactic acid. Lactic acid is like the favorite form of AHA because it is hydrating, it is larger in molecular size, it is gentler, so we love to recommend that for at-home use, but not in more than 10%. I love it in 5-7%, but if your skin is not sensitive and can tolerate it, then you can use lactic acid at 10% at home. Now, the next acid I want to talk about is your mandelic acid. Your mandelic acid is also large in molecular size. It is hydrating. It barely penetrates into the bottom layer of the skin. It works on the surface. And so this is one of my favorite acids to recommend for people with skin of color. PHA comes in form of gluconolactone and lactobionic acid. These are my favorites to use daily with no risk of burn or trauma to the skin. They are very gentle with large molecular size, so they don't penetrate deep. They do what they have to do on the surface of the skin. They are very hydrating, so you're exfoliating, you're hydrating, and it's happening slowly, so there's no trauma and no damage to the skin. If you have dry skin, use products with PHA, lactic acid, and glycolic acid, provided it's in a cleanser form or mask form. If you have oily skin, use products with BHA and mandelic acid. You can also use lactic acid and glycolic acid. Remember, glycolic should be in wash-off form. If you have combination skin or normal skin, use products with PHA, mandelic acid, even lactic acid. Remember, your glycolic are best used in wash-off form. Now, if you have sensitive skin, you want to make sure you're using just the PHA exfoliant. Now, if you have sensitive skin but you also have acne-prone skin, then you can add your BHA, and then you can add your lactic acid if you have sensitive and dry skin. But I want to recommend you highly stay away from your glycolic acid. If you got value from this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone that can benefit from it, and I'll see you in my next video. The description box is packed with a bunch of skincare recommendations. I will put a discount code where possible for you. Bye! Mwah.